Hello, welcome to my channel, Save Infinity. In this video, just want to do a quick little reading from the Divine Feminine Archangel Oracle deck. So if this reading has found you, then I trust that it is for you. However, as always with these timeless collective readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and use your own discernment. Okay, let's see what messages of guidance wish to come out from the angels. Oh, that one seemed to flip. Dear angels, archangels, spirit, God source, what messages of guidance wish to come out from the divine feminine archangels today? Thank you. Divine feminine archangels, which messages wish to come out? Let's see. Which messages wish to come out? Thank you, archangels. That seemed to want to come out. Let's see if one more wants to come. Any more archangels? Any more? Okay. They're all very similar, colored themed too. There's so many different colors that can come out in the deck there. They're all very similar, which is nice. It seems to be a really kind of cohesive and connected message here with the color theme. Okay, so we have number 29, message from heaven. Your loved ones surround you. Then there's number 19, dreams, decoding messages. Number 34, protection, shield yourself. And then number 15, ancestors, your ancient lineage. So the first card, message from heaven, comes with an affirmation. I am constantly surrounded by love. I am never alone. And so this card's, coming out just to let you know that your loved ones in heaven, in spirit, always are surrounding you. And that may be trying to reach out to you during this time as well. So to not disregard any sort of, little signs or nudges that you might be receiving. Whether it's like a white feather coming across your path, or a certain song that, is playing on the radio that reminds you of them, or a moment together. And to know and trust that, that is a sign that they are, with you and watching you and supporting you and loving you always. Even when we can't see them or connect with them so easily, it doesn't mean that they aren't there or able to see us a lot more easily than we can. So this card is just reminding you that, souls do live on into the spirit world in that aspect. And not only, loved ones from this lifetime, but also loved ones from, other journeys and lifetimes you've lived as well. Or, your spirit guides or guardian angels, are all connected to you and with you and watching you and surrounding you and loving you. And this card, can also be coming out as well to say if it, calls to you, or particularly if, the message of a loved one isn't, calling to you so much, but that your own mediumship abilities may be enhancing at this time, or are about to enhance as well, where you will be able to connect more easily to the spirit world, whether that's connecting to your loved ones, in heaven or in spirit form, or connecting to other spirits to, deliver messages and that sort of, energy of connection for others in the world around you that are wanting to kind of, have that connection in that way. So if that, does call to you or resonate for you, to really kind of, follow that nudge and to not dismiss it, and, to really look into developing that, skill and ability further for yourself. Then we have the number 19 dreams card, coming with the affirmation, I vividly remember my dreams. So this card's, coming out to not only remind you, that we can receive so much important sort of like, messages and symbolic guidance or intuitive nudges or what have you from our dreams and through our dreams, but, particularly being with next to this message from heaven card as well. Sometimes loved ones in spirit form can, visit us through our dreams as well. So that may be something that has been occurring for you or is about to occur for you. So, not only taking the steps to be able to kind of remember and decode your dreams more, such as using a dream journal or setting intentions before you go to sleep. But also, not being alarmed or disregarding any sort of dreams or messages you have or receive, particularly with loved ones in spirit form here. And really, taking note of the message received or the encounter experienced in your dream with the loved one from spirit, knowing that, it's more than just silly imagination to be dismissed, and to really take heed of the energy or message received during that encounter. And then the next card here, number 30 for protection, comes with an affirmation, I am strong, protected, and in the light. So this card's, just coming out as a gentle reminder to protect your energy. Particularly if your energy is kind of, opening up more and expanding at this time, or if you are, tapping into those sort of mediumship abilities or doing any sort of, healing work or light worker type, activities or what have you. Being such a bright light can sometimes, attract less desirable or, unwanted sort of energies into your little, bubble. And so although you always are, guided and surrounded and protected, by loved ones and spirit and angels, you can enhance that sort of, energy of protection and enhance your own, light and energy in a way that it, protects yourself more efficiently from other energies that, you may not be desiring so much in your own experience and energy. Something as simple as calling on, angels or archangels to assist you with, clearing or cleansing your energy, or protecting or shielding your energy, or doing your own sort of, like grounding, visualization, shielding type work. Such as, visualizing a bubble of white light around yourself, or using certain, affirmations or what have you to proclaim such a thing as you're doing such visualization work. However, you like to do it or works for you, tapping into what resonates and aligns for you most, and that feels right for you to do as a sort of, daily practice, to help keep that shielding of yourself, strong and consistent. Particularly, going around just doing ordinary things in this sort of earthly realm, you know, we often come into contact with all sorts of energies, and some of them aren't so, you know, desirable to our experience or our own energy, and but often, you know, they can't be avoided at all either, and those sort of energies can kind of, you know, infiltrate or kind of, you know, just get a little stuck or, you know, lodged into your own sort of little energy space, your little energy aura or bubble, you know, even just, you know, your own mind and thoughts or what have you. You know, whether it's even just as simple as passing someone in a shopping centre, or seeing something on TV, or someone, you know, sharing something with you, you know, through conversation. There's so many different ways that we can, you know, take on energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, such a villainous thing like you're being attacked or anything like that. But just that, you know, an array of energies, you know, do exist within this sort of reality, and can sometimes, you know, be attracted to your light, or just kind of, you know, just kind of filtered into your energy just from the happenstances of a greater collective shared reality like this one is. So just, you know, being mindful of such a thing, being mindful of your own energy, doing a sort of, you know, quick little daily practice or check-in or what have you to, you know, clear or cleanse and protect and shield your energy can just assist you staying more in your own sort of beautiful, bright, light energy, and not sort of allowing those, you know, outside more, you know, negative or stressful or fearful or sort of type of, you know, denser type energies to be kind of, you know, filtering too much into your field and bringing you down or bogging your own energy down. And then the final card here, number 15, Ancestors, comes with an affirmation. I call upon the wisdom of my ancestors to guide and protect me. You see, this card is just, you know, coming out to let you know that your ancestors are calling out to you, you know, during this time. You know, and particularly with the first card as well, coming with message from heaven as well, you know, some of those sort of, you know, spirits or energies reaching out to you at this time, or trying to, you know, guide or support you with little signs or nudges, could also include, you know, your ancestors here. And your ancestors, you know, can go so far back down the line when it comes to spirit form as well. It could even be ancestors that you've never even, you know, met in this lifetime, but they're all still linked to you, you know, through your DNA and through that ancestral spirit energy. And so they may be, you know, connecting with you at the moment, sending you signs or guidance or little intuitive downloads to really share some, you know, wisdom, some ancestral wisdom from your ancient lineage that can be, you know, passed down to you. Particularly for any, you know, sort of energy clearing you've been doing, not only for yourself, but that also helps your ancestral line clear, you know, karma and energy blockages. And through doing that work, it also makes it then easier for that ancient ancestral line to send through ancient knowledge to you as well, which will, you know, help you even more further along on your journey. You know, there may be also, you know, an ancestor reaching out to you in your dreams as well. So really taking note of your dreams during this time, like we mentioned, and, you know, writing down anything, you know, received or anything that you kind of, you know, intuitively felt from a dream. and in waking life, following, any subtle forms of guidance or sparks of inspiration that you receive that could be from your ancestral spirit guides working with you during this time. All together here, a really, really strong message coming through of, connecting to spirit in the many forms of, of loved ones and ancestral guides. And not only just in your waking life, through signs and symbols or intuitive downloads or visions, but also in your dreams as well, really decoding any messages received. And that while you're really, stepping more into this energy type work, it could be, enhancing your light and your energy and frequency at this time, that not only assists you to, connect more to your ancestral lineage in a way that you can receive some of that, sacred ancestral wisdom to help you along on your journey. But it can also sometimes, make you a more of a sponge to some more unwanted energies, not so favorable energies. As we are exposed to so many energies in this reality, just through all sorts of, ordinary circumstances as well. But as you kind of, tap into this more energy type work and go along this sort of journey, it can sort of enhance your own energy and light in a way that you become more sensitive to such unwanted energies as well. So just being sure to protect and shield yourself in a way each day to really protect your beautiful light energy. And not in a way to be fearful, but just so in a way that it's not, dragging you down, making you stressed or fearful or doubtful or depressed or anxious or, taking on those lower, denser and frequency energies that can really be, circulating the planet and our realities. Really shielding and protecting yourself from that so you can stay in a bright, abundant light as you move forward through your life and work with this sort of, more energy type work here. And it also helps, give you a clearer channel to receive any messages and wisdom and downloads that may be being sent to you at this time by spirit, by loved ones or your ancestors or spirit team. And can really help you to have a clearer channel for more, clearer and vivid dreams that you can remember. And really harness that wisdom and guidance from. But a really beautiful and wonderful message here to let you know that you aren't alone, that you are supported and guided and loved so entirely. And even though, you may not be able to see that sort of support and love and guidance at times, just knowing and remembering what's unseen to you isn't always, unseen to them. Sometimes that love and support and guidance that is, surrounding you so beautifully at this time is always, able to see and be with you, even if you can't always, see and sense it in return. So just trusting and knowing that it is there, that you are loved, that you are supported, that you are guided. And that this message is really coming through today to remind you of that. Living these human lives with the, the illusion of separation and the veil and all that and what have you, it can be easy to forget these sort of things and hard to sense and feel that sort of love and guidance and protection. But that doesn't mean that it's not there and that it doesn't exist and that they're not, calling out and reaching out to you and supporting and guiding you in any way that they can. So really believing and trusting that, following the signs, believing the little nudges and, intuitive guidance, paying close attention to your dreams. and really, you know, protecting your energy from negativity and lower and denser energies that, you know, kind of drain your light rather than helping you stay in an abundant, bright and joyful sort of energy to really help you continue forward through your path here. And not being afraid to keep, you know, trying to work with spirit and connect with spirit, knowing that they are, you know, coming through to say that they have, you know, wisdom and guidance that they want to continue sharing with you. You know, and the stronger that connection becomes, and, you know, the clearer that your channel becomes as well, the more wisdom and knowledge from your ancient lineage or from your spirit team or loved ones that will be able to be sent to you and connected to you. So to know that, yes, spirit is, you know, connecting with you and has been connecting with you and wants to continue to do so. So keep trusting that, keep following that path. And feel really, you know, positive and excited about how that journey is going to unfold for you as it, you know, enhances and progresses. You know, you haven't seen nothing yet is the little sort of line that just popped into my head. So that might might be resonant for someone or your journey, but, you know, a great reminder that, you know, particularly at the beginning stages of these sort of journeys and just beginning to receive connection with spirit, that, you know, that can seem so exciting and wonderful, but to know that's just the tip of the iceberg of all that is available and can be coming towards you. So to keep that faith and see what unfolds for you in such an exciting and beautiful way. All right, well, I'll leave this message here for now. Sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always. Bye.